Did you know that Ben & Jerry's have an ice cream graveyard in Vermont for its discontinued flavors? Fun facts. There's a musical instrument called the theremin that you play without touching. In the 18th century, composers like Mozart and Clementi would sometimes engage in piano duels, where they'd show off their skills in front of an audience. There's a condition named boanthropy, where a person believes he or she is a cow, and might even try to live their life as one. Some whale species have songs that can last up to 30 minutes, and they might sing them for hours at a time. Wally West once outran death itself by racing into the Speed Force. Beast Boy from the Teen Titans doesn't just turn into green animals. In some storylines, he's shown the ability to transform into alien and mythological creatures as well. Before becoming a supervillain, Poison Ivy was Dr. Pamela Lillian Isley, a promising botanist with a passion for environmental activism. The helmet of Nova provides him with crucial information, flight, energy projection, and a communication link to the Nova Corps. Before he became the Martian Manhunter, John Johns was a detective on Mars, proving his sleuthing skills both on his home planet and Earth. Baby blue whales grow almost 200 pounds every day for the first year they are alive. The term piggy bank came about because old money containers in the Middle Ages were made of a type of clay called pig. Stepping on a Lego brick hurts because it can exert up to 4,240 pounds of force on your foot.
Ouch!
A golf ball has dimples because they reduce drag and allow the ball to fly further than a smooth ball would. There's a place in the Pacific Ocean called the International Dateline, where you can stand with one foot in today and the other foot in tomorrow. In the 1950s, there was a version of Batman who was a Green Lantern. Gambit speaks with a Cajun accent because he was raised in New Orleans, and he's fluent in both English and French. The Atom doesn't just shrink. He once traveled to the Sword of the Atom universe, where he lived as a barbarian warrior. Silk, a character bitten by the same radioactive spider as Peter Parker, has the unique ability to remember everything she reads, a condition known as eidetic memory. Before becoming the Shadow King, Amal Farouk was a crime lord in Egypt, specializing in the trade of stolen artifacts. Tom Hanks has a massive collection of manual typewriters, amassing over 200 of them. The name Hollywood came from the holly-like toy on berries in the area. Printer ink is one of the most expensive liquids in the world, sometimes being pricier than fine champagne, or even space shuttle fuel. Papua New Guinea has over 800 languages spoken, making it the most linguistically diverse place on Earth. In 2015, Taylor Swift donated 25,000 books to New York City schools. Wolverine served alongside Captain America in World War II, and has been a part of many major wars throughout history due to his extended lifespan. While known for his intellect and armor, Victor Von Doom is also one of the most potent sorcerers in the Marvel Universe, rivaling Doctor Strange. Before becoming a detective, Jessica Jones went to the same high school as Peter Parker and had a crush on him. One of Batman's adversaries, the Penguin, goes by the real name Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. In the 1970s, there was a live-action Spider-Man show in Japan. Instead of web-slinging, Spider-Man piloted a giant robot called Leopardon. 6 ravens are kept at the Tower of London at all times for superstitious reasons. It's believed the monarchy will fall if they leave. There's a golf course in Greenland made entirely of ice and snow. Before she was famous, Madonna worked at a Dunkin' Donuts in Times Square, where she was fired for squirting jelly filling all over a customer. Astronauts claim that after moonwalks, moon dust smelled like spent gunpowder. Sharks can have up to 30,000 teeth in a lifetime as they constantly lose and regrow them. Each of the Mandarin's 10 rings, which he wears on his fingers, possesses a different power, from freezing rays to mind control. At one point, Wolverine had a brief sidekick in the form of a parrot named Squawk. The Two-Gun Kid, originally from the Old West, was brought to the modern era and served briefly as an Avenger. Riri Williams, also known as Ironheart, built her first iron armor suit in her college dorm at MIT, showcasing her genius at a very young age. Bruce Wayne attended Yale University for a short period before dropping out. Before making it big, Brad Pitt dressed as a chicken to attract customers to a restaurant. None of the Beatles knew how to read music. Occasionally, the moon can appear blue if the atmosphere is filled with dust or smoke particles of a certain size. William Shakespeare introduced over 1,700 words to the English language. Earth's rotation is slowing at a rate of approximately 17 milliseconds a century. Spiders are found on every continent except Antarctica. Queen Elizabeth II sent her first email in 1976, long before the internet became mainstream. Einstein's theory of relativity predicted the existence of gravitational waves in 1915, but they were only first observed directly in 2015. There are 3 lakes in Cameroon, known as exploding lakes, that can release lethal amounts of carbon dioxide. An artist once sold an invisible sculpture for over $18,000, which was essentially nothing but air. Subscribe!